Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Twisty Test Championship. Today, we've got a big matchup here at Lord's between England and Bangladesh. The news from the middle is, of course, that Bangladesh has won the toss. They've elected to bat first in this test match, so England with new ball in hand. Jimmy Anderson looks like he's going to be the man to be bowling. They've got a couple of changes to the English side. Rory Burns is in, as well as Jack Leach making his way into the side, as England didn't really play with a frontline spinner for a couple of the other matches, which annoyed a lot of people, and probably annoyed me too, to be fair. I probably didn't notice it as much, but now they've got their sort of maybe their best 11 in. We'll see how they go here today. Jimmy Anderson with the new ball to Tamim Iqbal to get things underway. And that's through the gap straight away. But we look at this test match as one that is going to be very intriguing, because Bangladesh are pretty much out of this tournament. They haven't won a game to this point in time. I think they are 0-3 or 0-3. Lost to Australia, Pakistan, and no, they would have played another game. They played against Ireland, so they had the draw against Ireland. So they're 2 losses and a draw, which isn't going to be enough to actually get them into the next round of the Test Championship. They, even with a win here today, they will not qualify in the Test match. They will not qualify for the next round of the TTC through to the semis. But England still with a possibility to get through. They got 2 games to go. If they win them both, then they'll finish with 2 wins and a draw, which will put them very close to qualifying. We know Australia are up there as well at the moment. They will play Ireland later on this round. Oh, that's taken. So there's the first wicket. It's Islam who will go. It's Ben Stokes getting the opening breakthrough for England. But yeah, as we're saying, Australia will play Ireland a bit later on in this round, which will make it very interesting to see how it all plays out in terms of, you know, which side is going to be the premier side of the Group A. Because if Australia win, they'll then qualify, and it'll make the last round really interesting to see how that all goes. So England really need to put their best foot forward today. They've haven't started maybe the best 13 overs. It's been a run rate of over 3 so far, and an opening run stand of 40 runs. But they'd want to get a couple more wickets here. It's really mostly the bat of Tamim Iqbal, who's made 45 from 49. And this one should be through, and that'll be the 50 up as well for Iqbal. That's a pretty good knock by him. 50 from just 59 deliveries. We just proceed on with today's game. We're just flying through it. I'm not going to lie. It is going quickly. But Bangladesh already 71 for 1. It's an ideal start for them. And England, gee, they'd want to snag a wicket or 2 soonish. Wouldn't want to let the game get away from them on day 1. That's a wicket. How good by Anderson. Ball just didn't bounce. I think that's what Hussain thought it was going to do. Tried to play it off the back foot. Didn't get low enough. Probably could have driven it, really, or whipped it away. But that's the end of him. So Bangladesh 2 down for 84. Make that 88 as Monomul Haq joins Tamim Iqbal at the crease. Door on the pad. Yes. England get their 3rd, and maybe now they're starting to get on a bit of a roll. And it has been the strike batsman, I suppose, Iqbal, who's been scoring a lot of the runs. So now he's out of the equation from an England point of view. They can hopefully stem the flow of runs for Bangladesh, who have started reasonably well here. 98 for 3 after the opening session. Anderson with a couple of wickets. Stokes with the 1 so far. Archer, Leach, and Broad yet to get a wicket. Archer only bowling the 3 overs as well in that opening session. Expected maybe a few more from him, but I guess Stokes took the wicket, so he was the best choice there to continue bowling. Now through again by Monomul Haq down towards mid-on. Is it going to go to the boundary rope? No, not quite. It'll just be a couple. I wonder if the slope at Lord's is actually programmed into this game. Oh, but it's Archer getting the wicket here. Just wonder, I was going to say, I wonder how much those short balls of Jofra Archer will really have an impact, and we've seen it just then. Wicket falls, trying to drive it off the back foot. I mean, you could really let those one go through to the keeper, but mistake there from Mushfiqur Rahim. He's out for 9. Bangladesh 111 for 4. Oh, that's a good shot. That'll be a boundary. But yeah, Lords, obviously, England, that they're one of their 2 home tests in this tournament so far. They had their first one in the opening round against, who did they play there? They played Pakistan the opening round in England, and now, again, they are playing Bangladesh here. Of course, next round, England will go on to face Australia at the Adelaide Oval, which does make for a very intriguing contest if England are to get up in this match. Now, at the time of recording this test match, might I add, everyone, I don't actually know who's won this game, because we're only up to, I think, day 2 of recording, so for the commentary side of things, I'm not even sure what's going on. So we're just projecting forward all of the possible outcomes of what could happen. Of course, if England does go on to lose this game, then they would be pretty much eliminated from the tournament. Oh, there's a run out maybe. Umpire gives a little nod, but sends it to the third umpire. Yep, that's going to be out. He's about 2 inches short. You see the bail fly off there. Another breakthrough wicket for England. Mohammed Mithun out for 11. Jack Leach with the throw in the deep. 144 for 5. Can England get on a bit of a roll here? Maybe get Bangladesh all out for 200. That would be a perfect start for them. Here's another boundary. Samanul Haq pushes towards a half century. He now has it. Jeez, I tell you what, I'm pathetic on the celebrations today. Looks like I've edited both of them out for the half centuries. Do apologise for that one. Anderson, 2 for 24. Steaming in. That one, oh geez, well fielded. And we're heading towards the end of the second session here today. Oh, there's another edge, but it's through the gap. There's a first and about a 4th slip, and it's gone in between 2nd and 3rd. So, we've got about 5 overs until the tea break. If Bangladesh could just stick through it, maybe not lose another wicket, maybe they'll be pretty happy with this session, because they've only lost the 2 wickets so far and still managed to pile on about 80 runs. Oh, that one through the gap again. Samanul Haq makes more runs. So really, the 2 guys that have scored, you can see the similarities in how they've played. They've scored and scored quickly. Haq 65 from 91 balls, and I think Tamim Iqbal's was pretty quick as well. Like it was, a strike rate of about 80 or so. Which, this is at about a 70 strike rate, which is very impressive for what we've seen in this championship. There's a little edge, though. And I believe it's Stuart Broad picking up the wicket shortly before lunch, or before tea. So, great from him. Butler with a nice take. Almost took it behind him. It was moving that quickly. Looks like he did in the end. In the end, Samanul Haq out for 70. Bangladesh 185 for 6. Last ball of the session. Oh, and it's through him. So that's a good delivery. 185 for 6. Stuart Broad getting a late breakthrough for England in the final over before the tea break. It's Taijul Islam who is in with Lytton Das at the moment. 185 for 6. Anderson with 2, Broad 1, Stokes 1, and Archer with 1. Yet to see Leach really get himself into the game. Hasn't taken a wicket as yet. But he'll be looking forward in this final session here. Edged and gone. Good from Broad again. He continues to just trouble the batsman through different areas. That's a good dismissal. Just a faint little outside edge. Was going over the top of the stumps, but it was the line that really forced him, I guess, to play at that ball. Lytton Das out for 13. 186 for 7. Oh, on the pad from Archer. Really fired in. Now not through the gap again. So England, they've stemmed the run rate here a little bit. Islam 4 from 26. Jayed there 12 from 34. There's an edge that's going to be a boundary as the 200 is brought up for Bangladesh not too long ago. But majority of their scoring avenues have been shut off, and England's been pretty good in the field. The run rate's dipped to 2.86 right now. But they've certainly done a good job. Oh, another edge, and well taken! Well taken by Joss Butler. That is a superb catch. I think he got onto it a little bit late, but the dive, he just didn't quite pick it up straight away. He had to make up a lot of ground. And what a catch it was indeed for Butler. He was able to dive to his left-hand side, get rid of Jayed. 209 for 8. Bangladesh. Again, oh, there's another one. Not too long after, Jofra Archer this time. Little inside edge to the keeper. Too many inside edges in this game for my liking as well. I mean, I know they go through to the keeper, but you'd prefer them much to come off the outside edge, wouldn't you? Anyway, Islam's out for 4. 209 for 9. So run rate, as we said, was continued to dip. It was 2.86 before. It's now 2.7. So England done a very good job with the ball. Can they get this final wicket shortly here? The new ball due in 2 overs. New ball due in 1 delivery, and it's not going to happen there. Here the new ball is taken. Oh, jeez. Just beating that outside edge. They're not far away, England. Oh, that's struck on the pad. Not out again. And an edge that doesn't carry. Geez, so they've struggled to get this final wicket, England. As we head towards the last 10 deliveries of the day. These two have just survived for 10 or so overs. Look at that, 10 from 40 and 11 from 47. And they will survive out at least till the last ball of the day. What are we? The final delivery of the day's play. James Anderson to bowl it. He's got 2 wickets to his name from 21.5 overs. Final ball of the day to Hassan Miraz. And a good forward defence. Bangladesh survive the England onslaught with the new ball at the end of the day. 233 for 9 they finish it on. Let's take a look at the scorecard here. The top scorer was Manamul Haq, 70 not out, 70 before being dismissed by Stuart Broad. Tammy McBell there, 56 as well. Made a good contribution. The final wicket partnership just managing to survive a little bit longer. Stuart Broad, the key wicket taker for England. He took 3 for 56. Archer 2 for 52. Anderson 2 for 54. Stokes 1 for 32 and Jack Leach none for 33. We'll see you all on day 2. England will look to make tracks with the bat. See you all then.